Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. So, with Bitcoin and crypto, well, so far so good, right? And I've been telling you guys last week and the week before and the week before that, someone has been buying billions upon billions upon billions. And that someone is BlackRock. And they did not stop. Even on Friday, they bought another 356 billion. Some of the other funds did buy, right? But overall, BlackRock has just been buying and buying and buying. A lot more inflows than outflows, as you can see. Okay. And again, this is just simply removing the supply from circulation. There isn't always immediate effect on price, which a lot of you guys are always thinking, like, okay, if they're buying so much, why is the price not going up? Well, there's a lot of reasons. They're buying OTC, right? And there's still a lot of trades being done worldwide. Bitcoin is a worldwide commodity that's traded everywhere, right? A lot of exchanges, a lot of order books, a lot of things going on, right? But overall, what's important to know is there's only this bucket, there's only going to be 21 million, and doesn't matter where all the trades are or what the order book says. It's scarce, and once the supply is out, it's out, right? And when you have just even one entity like BlackRock buying billions a week, it's not going to be too long before it runs out. And that's just one entity I'm talking about. And, you know, we got so many more, right? Way, way more than just one, including this guy, Big Daddy Sailor, who again purchased another 1.34 billion. Every week or every other week, he is buying $1 billion to the Bitcoin. Now, Michael Saylor's strategy holds 568,000 Bitcoin, which is 2.71% of all that will ever exist. And we're not even at 21 million yet. We're close to like 20 million. But, you know, another example of someone that wants it all. Now, Saylor's different than Larry Fink, okay? But still, when you got these two guys buying billions every week, you know, it's not going to be too long until the supply just simply runs out eventually, or cause the price to go to a point where it's unreasonable to buy any fair amount, right? And again, it's not just them. MetaPlanet is now starting to become like Saylor. They have purchased even more, okay? And now they're closing in. Actually, they overtook El Salvador, who's been DCAing since 2020. That's how fast they have been DCAing, and they plan on buying a whole lot more, right? It's not going to stop. It's only going to increase. You got to think about it. And Saylor has made this example. Bitcoin is like digital real estate. Like all the big cities on the planet, once it's consumed, there's no more land. And the land in those cities only get more expensive as more and more people want a piece, right? It's just like Bitcoin. More and more people want a piece of Bitcoin. There's not enough to go around. Here's another one, another holding company that's being created called Nakamoto. They were planning on raising 500 million. Now they have increased that to 710 million. And why are they doing that? Why are they raising 710 million? To buy Bitcoin, right? This is all happening right in front of our eyes. None of this, again, I've been talking about, you know, stuff like this happening for a couple years now, but friendly reminder, none of this happened last cycle. Even last cycle, none of this really happened, okay? Even the crazy buying from Saylor, he didn't buy $1 billion every week. You know, he bought like every so often, but most of his crazy buying started happening like what, a year ago, not even last cycle, right? None of these big boys, we didn't have ETFs. We didn't have all these other companies being created or raising debt to buy Bitcoin. We didn't have institutional adoption by any means. This is all this cycle. This is all new, okay? And it's going to equate to something big by the end of this cycle and all future cycles after this. It's not like all these guys are going to disappear. They're not. Here's another one. HUD 8 and Trump family, they're creating American Bitcoin, and they're trying to make this the biggest Bitcoin mining company in America. Yeah, that's a go. That's a go. So that's happening in the US too, right? You got a lot of stuff, just a whole lot of good stuff happening. A lot of good stuff happening. Again, you got to just pay attention. Generally speaking, people pay attention when the markets are doing good. But I've been saying these things for a long time. So people don't really want to hear it when the markets seem kind of shaky and the macro environment isn't that good. But you got to read the room. Bitcoin is the way. It's the best asset. It's the hottest asset. It's still an early growing asset. And one day it will reach gold's market cap and surpass it. You don't want to wait until that day happens, because then Bitcoin will be over $1 million each. We're on our way. We're on our way. We got a lot of mysterious whales buying crazily, not billions, but here's whale that bought 500 Bitcoin, which is quite a lot, tens of millions, removes it from Binance, okay, and within an hour. But overall, just within the past month, you have 110,000 Bitcoin being removed from exchanges and going into long-term holders' wallets. Okay? The power of DCA. Even whales, big whales, they DCA as well. Because the whales, the ones that are millionaires, they want to become centimillionaires, and centimillionaires want to be billionaires, and billionaires want to be trillionaires, right? Or the 100,000aires want to be millionaires, right? Everyone is trying to achieve a goal through Bitcoin and crypto as well. All right, so last few things. We're waiting for Bitcoin to break above. We've been stuck here, at this range for a little bit now, like a week at this 104 range, right? But we are getting ready to get back to our previous high. I think there's a lot of shorts placed between this 105 and 109. A lot of shorts, billions upon billions of dollars worth of shorts waiting to be liquidated. Once we get through that, and once we break through all-time high, that's when we are ready, okay? Ready to hit that next level. And I talked about that yesterday, somewhere between 120 to 140. That's where all the charts are pointing, all the levels are pointing to, right? We are getting ready for that. We just have to get through these sell walls and liquidation walls. There are a lot that do not want Bitcoin to go higher, but it's just a matter of time. It's just an unstoppable train at this point. We will get through it and continue forward. And then, you know what? Even after we get to that next level, right? That's not the end of this cycle. We got a lot more to go. According to Plan B, we are still very young. Very, very young. He believes very, very aggressively that by the end of this cycle, we could get to $400,000. A lot of people think we'll, only hit 200,000, 250,000. He thinks, according to previous RSI levels, we're nowhere close to the top, and we can go as high as $400,000 even this cycle. Who knows? Everyone's throwing predictions out there at this point, right? It could be right. It could be wrong. Who knows? But what we do know is the high is going to be higher than where we are now. That's for sure.